best of the best, darling. Hey guys, so today is going to be my 2013 beauty favorites. I tried to narrow it down, but I do have quite a few products to show you. Really quick announcement, I'm going to be at IMATS to hug you guys. I will be at IMATS Los Angeles the 18th and 19th, so I'm super excited. If you follow me on Instagram, I put up a picture, I think it was last week. I'm going, Adam's coming with me, which I'm really excited about because we've never been to California together, and if you don't know my boyfriend Adam, I will link the boyfriend tag down below so you can get to know him. So he'll be with me. Come say hey to us. I'll also be with Makeup by Ali, which I'm super excited about because I love her. This will be my first time at IMATS, period. I've never been to any of them. I know Allie's been to New York before, but she's never been to LA either. So we're super pumped because we're both on the East Coast. So we're really excited to be there. Please come up and talk to me. Please come say hey. I love talking to you guys. Everyone that I've met has just been, I'm not exaggerating, it's been life-changing. I love meeting you guys. Don't think you're bothering me. Don't be scared. I'm the coolest person you'll ever meet. That's a lie. But I love talking to you guys. I can talk to anyone. We can talk about anything you want. So if you're at IMATS, please come say hello. Also, if you want to know what makeup I'm wearing on my face, I will link that in the description bar down below, including these fierce forest green contacts that I'm wearing, which I kind of like these green eyes. First is my hair. I'm wearing my Bellami Chestnut extensions and I love these so much. I feel so weird when I don't have them sometimes now because it makes your hair so thick, so long, and they're so easy to wear. So I love Bellami hair extensions. I think that they're great quality. Clip them in and out. They're really easy. I also wear them in a ponytail and it's really fun to wear. Most of the time, I think that tools are more important than the makeup you're using because honestly, I can make a drugstore foundation and a high-end foundation look good if I have the right tools to do it with. So my favorite ever foundation tool is the Sigma Synthetic Sigmax line. This is the F88, which is the angled kabuki. I also love the F80, which I know tons of you have heard about, but in 2013, almost said 14, I use the F88 the most, and these are just amazing. You won't find anything like them in any other brand. All the Sigma brushes that I have, I'm not kidding, I've never had one that I didn't like, but I'm not going to bore you and mention them all. I do have a brushes video if you want to see that, but two that I'm going to mention are my Holy Grail eye brushes. This is the Sigma E40 and the Sigma E25. The E25 for the crease I have to have. I have to have it. Then the E40 is another one that I have to have, and they're such good quality. The price point is really, really nice. It's really affordable for the quality, and I always have 10% off codes so you can get a little discount. Next is the NARS Ita, whatever you want to say. This is the best brush for contouring. I wish I would have known or had this brush when I first started contouring because it can be so hard. Sometimes you go too high, you go too low, you get too much. It looks muddy, you don't end up doing what you want to do, you make your face look weird. I've been there, I've done that. Contouring can be very hard. This brush makes it so easy. The shape fits into your cheekbones so nicely. This is a brush that I highly recommend investing on. And last, if you guys watch my channel, you know I was going to mention this, and it is the Beauty Blender. This is another life-changing tool. I do not use anything else for concealer. Not kidding. I've used this for concealer ever since I've gotten it. I also use it for foundation. I go through phases depending on if I want more coverage. And if you have the Beauty Blender and you don't like it, I will be as bold to say that you're not using it right or something is wrong with yours. Yes, because it is amazing. I've never met anyone who didn't absolutely love buying this. A holy grail product, so had to mention it. For foundation, I chose two. I chose a drugstore for those of you on a budget and a high-end for those of you who like to splurge. Now, my favorite everyday go-to foundation is the drugstore, and it's the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. I love this so much. I tried it, I think it was in February. Earlier this year, I did a first impression, and we've been in a relationship ever since. I'm W6 when I'm tan, and I'm W3 or W4 when I am not. And it gives you the perfect luminous natural finish, but it's okay if you have oily skin because I do get oily, and it does a really good job at mattifying. And for high end, I mentioned this I think last year, is NARS Sheer Glow. My favorite high-end foundation because the finish is just so flawless and luminous but not oily. If you want that perfect flawless foundation, you should try NARS Sheer Glow. If you're oily, just use a mattifying primer because I always get compliments when I wear this foundation, no matter what. Always. Motives Cosmetics 10 Years Younger Setting Spray. This stuff is impeccable. I don't know what's in the formula, but it sets your makeup, but you look so luminous. And if you notice a trend, I do like a luminous look, but it's just gorgeous on the skin. For powder, I chose my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. This is no surprise if you've watched my videos towards the end of the year. It is the most beautiful formula for setting concealer under the eyes and the whole face, and that's what I like because I've never found a powder I could use for under the eyes and all over the face that I liked. Not counting translucent because I don't really use translucent powders, but I wanted my under eyes to be bright, but I was like, now I have to get another powder to set the middle of my face. This is beautiful. If you're struggling with this formula, I know some people are, once you get through that first layer, it's perfect. It's a little bit stiff when you first get the product. You gotta start working into it. So I tried a lot of bronzers this year, and there are a lot I would like to mention, but I decided to pick one. If I could only have one, it would be the Bobbi Brown bronzer. This is in the shade Natural number 1. I did have medium. It wasn't the tone for me. It was a little bit too red. This one is perfect for me, and I picked this because, again, the formula. This is something anyone can use, any skin type, oily, dry. This is what I use to contour. I've used it ever since I've gotten it. The formula is so skin-like and natural, but it just becomes one with your skin. I highly recommend the Bobbi Brown bronzers if you have not tried them. For blush, I only chose one because I want to show you guys my favorite product. So my blush is from NARS. I'm a huge NARS blush collector. I think they're great quality. They are pricey, but in my opinion, they're worth it. The color I chose is Madly. They describe this as a seashell pink, but this is a color anyone can wear, and it's going to change depending on your skin tone. So if you're more warm, it's going to pull more peach and brown, whereas if you're more pink or cool tone, it'll pull more of like a dusty pink. Anyone can wear this. I can wear this and not wear bronzer and feel comfortable, and I can't tell you of another blush that I feel comfortable in doing that. So I highly recommend this. I feel like it's so underrated. I never hear people talk about it. You have to try this. Don't look at it in the pan, try it on, and you will fall in love. So for my bronzer and highlight, I wanted to mention these two together because they're both limited edition, which I know really sucks, and they're by the same company. But for my bronzer, I had to mention this product because it is just a staple, and I only have one. But it is the In Extra Dimension skin finish called Double Definition by MAC. It's a gold and a bronze, and this is what I have on as my blush today. I do not have any blush, just the bronzer by Bobbi Brown and the bronzer in here. The thing I love about this formula is that it is so skin-like, and I've never found another product by MAC or really any other kind of bronzer that has that texture. I really wish MAC, if you're watching, just kidding, but if anyone from MAC that works at MAC is watching, you need to make a permanent line of the In Extra Dimension skin finishes. Like, I would die. And the one that definitely needs to be permanent is Whisper of Gilt, which is my highlight favorite of the year. This takes the cake easily. I would wear this highlight for the rest of my life and be fine not trying anything else. It is the perfect neutral gold. I also tried a lot of concealers this year. I kind of went through a phase. I only picked one because I don't use any other concealers anymore. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. If you've tried this, I know that you love it, and I know that you know what I'm talking about. This is the shade NC25. That's what I have under my eyes right now, and the formula is perfection. It doesn't crease, it's opaque, and it doesn't fade. First for my eyebrows is the Kelly Baker Concealer. This is amazing. I've used it every single day since I got it in May, and I did get a new one, but I'm gonna use this until it's out because I'm not wasting this product. I love it. Perfect for sculpting out the brows because you use less product. This is a must-have for me. And then I also love her brow powder. I do have a routine using her products. This is her new one. I like it even better than her old formula. It's so user-friendly. All of her products are user-friendly. My favorite liner is the NYC Liquid Liner. I used this the last half of the year, and it took me a while because if you've been watching me for the whole year, you know that I used gel eyeliner before, which I still love gel eyeliner. So easy to get a wing with if you learn how to use it because the tip is so flexible on this brush and it's only a few dollars. My favorite lashes will come as no surprise if you watched me the last half of the year, and they are Velour Lashes. These are mink lashes, but they're cruelty-free. You can go to their website and they tell you how they make them. I'm wearing Oops Naughty Me right now, which are some of my favorites, but my all-time favorite by them are called Lashes in the City. I've worn them pretty much in every tutorial since probably November. They're amazing, they're so light on the eyes, and they make your lashes look so full. For eyeshadow, I'm going to start off with a pigment by MAC, and this is MAC's Tan Pigment. I've worn this so much in my videos, especially the past month. In my last video, this is what I had all over my eyes, and you guys always ask what I have, and even when I go out, I always get questions on, what is that shadow? What is that shadow tutorial? It's just this all over the eyes with the soft brown in the crease. It's super easy, so I might still do a tutorial. Another pigment is more of a luxurious one in my opinion, and this is by MakeupGeek. It's called Utopia. I've seen this blow up on YouTube the past, I think, month, and on Instagram. I did a tutorial with this. I filmed it in September, but I'm not sure when I actually made it live. It was when I was in New York because as soon as I saw this, I was like planning out the perfect day to do a tutorial because it is just gorgeous. It has flecks of silver and gold and gunmetal and black. It's out of this world. Favorite eyeshadow formulation of the year, which you guys can probably guess because I use it in every single tutorial, are the MakeupGeek eyeshadows. I love these so much. They're so affordable. Pigmentation is on point. They're blendable. I'm gonna show you my little travel palette because I was away last weekend and I put all my favorites in here and I was like, oh, perfect. I'll just show them this. So these are my favorite all-time favorite MakeupGeek eyeshadows. I use pretty much every single day. Cocoa Bear is everything. You have to have Cocoa Bear. Like, this is the best shadow in the world. And then Mocha, which is a dark brown. I prefer this to Swiss Chocolate by MAC because Swiss Chocolate is so stiff and this is just so much easier to work with. And then Creme Brûlée is another one that you have to have. And they're only $6. They're so affordable and you get such amazing pigment and quality shadows that last. I also loved the Anastacio Palettes that came out this year. I was so pleased with these, surprisingly pleased, because I didn't really like her old eyeshadow formulation. I love this palette. This is called the Lavish Palette, and these are all colors that I don't have individually for the most part, so I was like, wow, these are so pretty, and when I look at them, the colors are just genius together, so I love this palette. And this palette is the Catwalk Palette. I love this because it's so sultry and sexy and smoky, so if you want that perfect smoky eye, you can do so many different ones with this palette. The burgundy is my favorite shade. I don't have anything like it. It's so smoky. And then this gold is called 10K because gold is my favorite color. Golds and browns are my favorites. It's so neutral. It's kind of like an eyeshadow version of Whisper of Guilt by MAC. I wish I had this as a highlighting shade. The best products for last, which are the lip products. You guys know I just love lip products so much. So I'm going to start off with my Lip Erase by MAC. I use this in all of my videos. I use this in daily life because it cancels out the pigmentation of your lips. It's better than using a foundation or a concealer because it's a balm-like texture, so it lays invisibly underneath lipstick where concealer and foundation can sometimes cake up. For lip liner, I have one, and it's this little small, almost non-existent one by MAC called Strip Down. It's the perfect brown with pink because I don't want it too brown and I don't want it too pink. I want the perfect neutral everyday liner for pinks, for nudes, for any color you want to use. I use Strip Down by MAC. For lipsticks, I think I did pretty good at narrowing it down, so I'll start off with MAC. MAC has my favorite lipstick line. I think for the price, for the quality, for the opacity, for the color range, it's just my favorite. So my favorite lipstick of the year is Angel by MAC. This is a frost finish, which I don't like frost. Not my thing. I can't do it, can't rock it, but this looks like a cream, and it's just the most wearable neutral pink for every day, and it looks so juicy on the lips. I love this with some mascara and foundation. I'm good to go. Anyone can wear this, and I love it. I always get asked what I'm wearing when I wear this, and I'm like, Angel by MAC, girl. My favorite nude is Peach Stock by MAC, and I love this because it's a very peachy, warm brown nude, but it's still pale. I do like a paler nude once in a while, and this just does something to my lips when I have a really dramatic smoky eye. It'd be perfect with the makeup I have on right now, and it is a satin finish, so it packs the color, but it's not overly moisturizing to where it's gonna fade. It wears a really long time for being a more creamy finish. So my last MAC lipstick is a dark one, and this is called Dark Side. I got this when I was in New York with my friend Carrie, and I was like, I don't need it. I have Rebel, I have Diva, and this was my go-to fall color. I'm so glad that I got this. If you love vampy lipsticks and you don't have Dark Side, you will thank me when you get it. It is gorgeous on the lips. My favorite drugstore lipstick goes to L'Oreal, and this is L'Oreal's Ferris Nude. Most beautiful neutral everyday color. Very similar to Angel by MAC, but it's a little bit more brown. Then my last favorites goes to NYX, and these are the Butter Glosses. Thank you, NYX. Thank you for coming out with these because I'm obsessed. They are pigmented lip glosses that are buttery, like the name, on the lips. I can wear these by itself without a lip liner, and I did so in New York a lot because I wanted something quick. I wanted something that made my lips look good. Tiramisu is my favorite, which I'm actually out of this. And then Eclair is my next favorite, which is a lighter pink. This is more of like a brownie nude. So those are all of my favorites for the year. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. I told myself I was gonna keep it short, and I know that I didn't. So I hope you found some new products to try, and I hope 2014 is even better for all of you than 2013. So I can't wait to see some of you at IMATS, and I'll catch you in my next video.